Hey folks, a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures warm back up in a hurry with not much rain in the area today. We did bounce back. Take a look at the currents. 93 in McAllen, 92 in Harlingen. Brownsville's back to 91. But just a week or so ago, we were closer to 100 degrees. So we've gotten through that Labor Day holiday, and now things slowly start that downward trend temperature-wise. We could still have some hot days, but at least we've kind of gotten through the worst part of summer as things begin to cool off. Now, if you look at tomorrow's highs, it's another hot day. Look at that, 95 in McAllen, 91 Brownsville, about 87 on the island. Your rain chance tomorrow stands at about 20%. For the most part, it's a dry day, but wouldn't be surprised if a shower or two pops up. But if you look at your highs beyond tomorrow, we do drop things off on Thursday. Not as much as we were dropping them off last week, because our cool front is still fighting and saying, maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe I will, maybe I won't. And at this point, it looks like it's going to be maybe a weak front limps in. Doesn't do a lot for us, but at least gets us well below average. Easy to find the front on this map. 44 in Dalhart, but 91 in both Abilene and Odessa. Dallas is 90 right now. The front is moving, but not all that quickly. We've seen reports of snow when you get up into Oklahoma, or into Colorado, rather. Denver went from 100 degrees a couple of days ago to a snowstorm today. Quite a contrast. So there's our front, and we're looking at the NAM model. The NAM is the most aggressive of all the models right now, and it's the highest resolution of the models. So, you tend to buy into this when we get into a front once it gets this close to us. So it says tomorrow, maybe a spotty shower. And then on Thursday, the front tries to push a little bit farther to the south. And notice all the rain that breaks out across Texas, South Texas. We do see a pretty good chance for showers around the area on Thursday. The question is, will the front go through? And I think all the way through into the Gulf of Mexico? Probably not. Could it get halfway through the valley and then stall? I think that's a possibility. And if that's the case, then the western part of the valley will be maybe 10 degrees cooler than the eastern part of the valley. That's not all that unusual. So that could happen Thursday into Friday. And then I think after that, the front washes out and it's history. So at this point, not counting on a big cool down for anybody, but maybe a change for the western part of the valley. Closer in on the valley for tomorrow, we don't see any big issues, but again, spotty showers around the area. About a 20% probability of rain, and then Thursday gets a little bit more active with scattered showers, even a thunderstorm on a few places. Placement of that front will really make a difference as to how much rain we see on Thursday. Right now we're at 50% and then 40% Thursday night, 30% on Saturday. Now, Friday. Let's talk the tropics now. Very active. Fortunately, nothing that's going to impact us anytime soon, at least. Paulette, Rene, and then two other systems. They've disappeared from the map, but one that's off the coast of Africa. There should be an X right on the coast of Africa. That's the one that's got a 70% chance of developing. Then the other that says 30-40, it's pointed toward the Carolina coast. So we'll track very quickly Paulette. You see where it's headed, basically to the west-northwest. Not a big concern to anybody anytime soon. Expected to go northwestward eventually. They're watching it closely in Bermuda. And then finally, Rene. Right now, winds are 40 miles per hour, moving to the west-northwest as well. Expected to become a hurricane, but then turn to the north after that. For us tonight, then, partly to mostly cloudy. Could be a stray shower, but nothing widespread. I think the same thing for tomorrow. The showers are spotty. Temperatures back up into the 90s. Winds gusting to maybe 20. As you look at the next 7 days, your first 5 AccuWeather forecast says we do back off a little bit. Now, we've got 70 for a low Friday morning. Wouldn't take a lot for some places in the western part of the valley to drop into the upper 60s. But, boy, the big, strong cold front that some of the models suggested last week for this week, it's not going to be that. Could it cool us off a few degrees? It could, especially for the western part of the valley. So we're just going to have to keep tracking it as it gets closer. We'll go in more into the models tonight at 6. That's your updated First 5 AccuWeather forecast.